Before we get started, congratulations.
Thank you.
Goes up to tie for 8th with Terry Bowden on the all-time or the active FBS coaching victory.
Well, that's nice. See, maybe that'll get Miss Reed to give me a nice hug then afterwards, you know.
And as you know, we set a new Conference USA rushing record.
Well, that was great. And then Miss Raquel always gets donuts for the coaches and staff. She'll get them for the O-linemen because they always mention when they get, I don't know how many yards it is, but they want donuts. But we'll give them donuts for tomorrow's meeting. But really proud of the guys that played hard. You know, they've got some talented players, and we knew that. And our guys, you know, we had an open week. But more importantly, I thought our seniors and our players for our seniors were dialed in to play really hard. It's a great atmosphere, good crowd, great weather, and they're obviously they didn't play perfect, but every guy that got in there, from my vantage point, was playing really hard, and that's kind of how we, you know, that's kind of the trademark of our program. At least we think it is.
Question.
Obviously, you know, you guys done your part, but this next week there's going to be a lot of talks about that. You know, if you guys are going to be able to get in that bowl game, how are you planning to handle that with the team? Yeah,
we like I said before, we call our meeting rooms the truth rooms. I deal with them straight. I don't BS them. This is what is happening. I'll tell our guys, listen, the NCAA doesn't have a lot of common sense at times. You know, they don't have common sense legislation. In this case, it's common sense legislation that, you know, if you're doing, you know, all the things you're supposed to do, especially in second year of transition like us and James Madison, you should be automatically eligible for a bowl game, and if you get enough wins, then you should be eligible to play in a conference championship. But we knew what it is going in, so I'm not going to bitch about it and cry about it all day. But, you know, I'm hopeful that things will work out, that there won't be enough teams to qualify and we'll be in, because I think our seniors and our guys deserve it. But we want to finish strong, and we want to be able to at least have the record that finishes second, I guess, in the league if we can win next week. But it's been an amazing season, and amazing to see how these guys have bought into the culture and during this transition, because we're still not, I've said this before, and I still believe we're still not where we're going to be in the next couple of years when our facility's done and our recruiting gets ramped up and all that. But we got a bunch of little guys that play pretty hard, and that's what I'm proud of.
Where is, you've said that a couple of times, we're not where we're going to be. What is the potential?
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously we've got a lot of work to do, but you know, from a budget standpoint, from a facility standpoint, you know, we're trying, and the schools is trying to get us to where we need to be, you know, somewhere in the middle, so we can, so it's not as hard all the time to try to compete. But it's hard on the Group of 5 level. It's always going to be hard. But this could be a really, really, it is a special place. It could be even more special. And I'm competitive enough. Our coaches are competitive enough to keep pushing for what we need so we can win. You know, it sounds silly. I mean, Miss Rita could tell you, you know, my happiness is based on winning. You know, it's more than that, I know, of course, but in my job, you're judged based on winning. And that's, you know, I'm miserable, way too miserable when we lose, and probably don't enjoy the wins enough, but I'm going to try to enjoy this one. And I want our players to. We got another one and hopefully a bowl game. But there's at least I think I know what it looks like, a successful Division I-A program, and I think I've got support within the school and outside the school that wants to do that as well.
It sounds like you're happy here. What is your reaction when you hear a former player like Pat McAfee put your name out for jobs?
Thanks, Pat. He tried to get me a raise. I won't never get Pat McAfee kind of money, but Pat's one of my guys. You know, if somebody's mentioning you for a job in a good way, that's a good thing, right? You know, it means you're us having, you know, your program is doing okay. You know, you don't want it to be on the other way. I've been on the other way before. I didn't get Jimbo buyout money, but you know, it's a great place. You know, when I came here, you know, I didn't have, you know, I knew a little bit about it, but you know, understand, geez, you know, the football is important. There's great people. It's a great town. We got a wonderful house. I got my daughter, who's the best content creator, graphic person in the country. So somebody don't try to hire her away. Mom won't let her. And so it's a great situation. I got a good staff too. I think I'm biased. I don't think there's a better Group of 5 staff in the country. So I want to keep them. And so that's a plea right here to the school. Make sure I keep my coaches.
How do you kind of handle those rumors? Obviously, you said it kind of comes with being good, but how do you handle that?
Yeah, I've been head coach for 26 years. I mean, I've been handling it for a while in a good way sometimes, but I don't think you'd never, yeah, you got to be honest with your people if somebody's talking or you're interested in something, whatever. But I'm 100% dialed in to what we're doing. I'm still calling plays. And so if you're calling plays, you don't have idle time. Like a lot of head coaches don't call plays. And I don't blame them for not. But because I'm still calling plays, I better be dialed in 100% on watching film and getting our offense ready.
Why do you still want to call plays?
Good question. And I trust my guys on offense. I got 2 or 3 of them could call them as well. And Rod Smith, my coordinator, he could, we're talking the same language all the time. He's finishing my sentences. So, but I enjoy that part of it. And I probably know the offense better than anybody because I created it. But I also, I promise you, there's not a week that goes by that I don't study somebody else and see what they're doing. Like there were 4 plays in this game that I saw somebody else do, and I'm like, gee, why aren't we doing this? And so we added it into our package. So if there's something that we can do that keeps it simple for our players but creates a little conflict for our defenses, then I'm going to constantly look at that. But I've got a staff that does that as well, but I enjoy that part of it. It'd be easier not to have that burden, but I enjoy it. And I know it's a lot easier to call plays at success when you got really good players. And I got some really good players, and we're going to get some more.
You talked ahead of this game about hoping that Malik would be healthy, after the last couple games. How great, what does he mean, I guess, for this offense, but also just on a personal level? Obviously, you had a relationship with him before this year. Just how good is it to see him be able to finish like this? Yeah,
it's really nice to have a guy come for 1 year. And we tried to get him before, and my son played with him, and I think he was working on to come here too. So, having that relationship before and just thinking so much of him, coaching him, I just like not only like coaching because of his ability, but who he was. I mean, just a great young man. And so when he came, I wanted to make sure that he enjoyed the experience. And I think he has, even up to this point. But to this game, I didn't realize he had that many yards. For him to finish his last home game with that kind of impact, I mean, that's forever for him, and he deserves that.
If you had known he was 7 yards away from 200, would you have given him another carry?
No.
Okay.
If it was the last game with no chance of another game next week in a bowl game, yeah, maybe. But I really guys were telling me the school rushing record, whatever. And I don't really do things for records. Now the guy asked to try to get the ball snapped real quick at the end. I yelled at him, but it is. I mean, it's kind of nice to have a record. I mean, sometimes you can look back at it 10, 20 years from now, and they'll get embellished. 10 years from now they'll say, yeah, we rushed for 500 in the first half. No, but it was a good performance against a pretty athletic team.
Just in your second season here, I mean, you have the offensive line as well. Just kind of the same group of guys. Just what is Treylen and those 4 guys?
Yeah, Trey Brown has been a good senior leader of the offensive line as I've ever had. Just from his personality, taking accountability, helping the guys out, talking to them. He's done a good job of that. And again, I had a couple seniors in the locker room. I told our senior classes, you're one of the best senior class history of school, and I didn't know I had a couple seniors from last year's class there. And they said, Coach, what about us? I said, maybe I said the same thing last year too. I don't know. But no, we've had the reason that we're having a little bit of success in this transition is because of the culture that's here, and the culture is set by the players. And coaches give them direction, but the players are the ones that set the culture day in and day out. And last year's class was great. This year, 11 seniors, they're great. So if they, I hope they get to finish it with a bowl game. That would be a really nice thing for finish our seniors, to be the first ever Jax State football team, senior class, to go to the bowl game.
Got time for one more question.
Why was this a cigar game?
I forgot all about it. We normally have the rivalry, right? And Kennesaw wasn't on the schedule, so I think it's J-Ro and Zion came up a few days ago and said, Coach, we haven't had a cigar game. And I'm like, oh, this is our last chance because we don't want to do it on the road. They might get pissed if we smoke in their locker room, you know what I mean? Now, we clean up the locker rooms, but we don't. So they made it this one. I'm like, perfect. This is a big game. We'll do it here, our last home game, and thankfully we're lighting a few up.
Obviously, it was a senior night game. How did you manage the playing time for all of the seniors today?
Well, that's a good question. The good, easy part about managing this, all the seniors played. They're all starters or considered starters. So it wasn't like a guy he was a a backup or just maybe on special teams. All of them were guys that were in the rotation and regular, so we didn't even have to worry about it at the end of the game. Do we got to put this senior in? They were already in the plan.
I think it's just mentality that we have up front, man. Those guys are just tremendous. Just getting up, lining up, and getting to the next play and playing every play hard. So we got some guys in the backfield that are running hard, and we got 5 guys up front that play their ass off every game. So I think I love our front line.
Did anyone tell y'all that's a Conference USA record?
We just was talking about it as we was coming up. They said we missed it by a yard. We was definitely going for it, but
you said missed the school record by 1 yard. You set a Conference USA rushing record.
Yeah, like no team in the history of
ever had 500 yards.
So that's a blessing then. So
Yeah.
that's a blessing. They just tell you we work our ass off every day. So we just try and get up and play the next play, and that's what we keep doing.
Was this a cigar game?
Yes, sir. It definitely was. Smoking if you got them, baby.
Treylen, what do you think about this line setting a conference record at the FBS?
Hey, man, it's tremendous. I knew we always had the talent. We got the coaching, and man, my guys fight hard. Man, we all block as one, and I'm just proud of my guys, man. And Coach Trigger was like, man, at halftime he was like, never had 300 at a half. I was like, yeah, we about to get more. We ended up setting the record. So.
Donuts, right?
Oh yeah, we should at least get donuts. I'm saying we need donuts. We need probably like cinnamon rolls. So anything else, little Debbie cakes.
Malik, just what is Treylen and the offensive line mean to you?
I mean, I really just can't thank them a lot. You feel me? Like we just come to work every day, and just them knowing that we trust them, they trust us, and he always come to me, on the sideline, like follow me, like I'm gonna lead you the way. So it's like pretty big, just knowing like we gonna have to run the ball and stuff like that. Just trusting it, really.
Quae, I felt like it looked like early on maybe you had a little bit of extra energy out there today. Just how did you feel about just everything?
It felt good out there. I feel like that bye week definitely helped us regain a little bit more energy and momentum. But just going out there and trusting Coach Allen and his staff plan, and we felt comfortable. We prepared for 2 weeks straight, so we knew we were going to go out there and have a great game today.
How are you guys able to generate so much pressure on the quarterback every single play?
We work hard, like them boys said in practice. That's just an emphasis. Like every week, we're trying to get 2 to 3 sacks in the game, and that's just a goal for our defense. And I feel like we take pride in that, and we go to work every day to try to do that in the game on Saturdays.
What about stopping the run? You guys held them to, I think, under 50 yards.
Right, that's another big emphasis from Coach Allen, just stopping the run each and every game. And if we can limit the run game, we pretty much know that we're going to get pressure when they try to throw the ball. So that's going to help us out tremendously to win the game, help the offense out as well.
How did you feel when you saw that pass that was deflected was a forward pass and not a fumble? You were going to return it for the critical touchdown?
Right, it definitely hurt me. Like I thought I was going to get a first touchdown here at Jax State, but the next play, KK made a tremendous play and he blocked a punt and he returned it for a touchdown. So I guess ball don't lie. And we ended up getting a touchdown anyway. So.
Just going forward, obviously this next week, you have your game to work out, but there's a lot of other games that could impact if this is the last game or not. Are you guys worried about those games, or is it just focused on Jax State?
We just focus on Jax State football. We don't worry about the next team or the next guy. We just worry about the next team that we're about to play. So at the end of the day, we can't worry about what's going on in the future. We just got to worry about the next game that we play.
Malik, I felt like in some of the last couple games, felt like you looked maybe like you weren't fully healthy. I know Rich Rod said that. I mean, you looked like you were back today. I mean, how good did you feel?
I mean, it felt. I ain't gonna say it felt great, just knowing like senior day, and I think the work just put in throughout the week just to like make sure that I was at my top. Like I thank the training staff and the coaches for just trusting and like just giving me the opportunity to just come out and have a day like that today.
You had 2 60-yard carries, one of which is the longest play y'all had all year. I mean, just that first run, I don't know, did everything just click into place, or?
Yeah, like I said, I just trust them, and they took me to the promised land, But yeah, that's that was something like I was thinking about last night, just to just come out and have like an amazing play, like first play. So yeah.
Treylen, what did you think when you saw him break that run to start the game?
Well, I'll say this. I got to him on the side. I was like, man, I thought you was going to score. I was running down. I was like, oh, yeah, we got this. Boy got slowed down a little bit. I was like, man, come on now. You got to get up in there. But it's all good. We ended up scoring. Yeah. You know, he had a couple big runs today, man. He's a great player, man.
Just as an offensive lineman, obviously if there's a big run like that, you got to run down there. And with the speed of this offense, you guys sometimes have snapped it with like 2 seconds off the play clock.
Right.
Do you prefer, what's your thoughts when you have to book it down there 60 yards?
Well, I say this. I know I'm tired, but I know the other team's more tired than me. So that's the mindset I always have. Like, I know I'll be breathing hard, but they be breathing just as hard. So, no matter.
But like, how much of a chore is it to block for Zion when he's scrambling around?
Oh, man, Zion, I'll tell you what, man. Zion get me out of a sack, though. I'll say that. So that's why I love Old 10.
Yes, Joe.
Zion, after 7 years, what thoughts occurred during senior day, and how do you feel like the senior day went for you?
I think it went great for me, man. Just being here one more time and being able to do it one more time on this field and with these guys, man. Just to know we went through a lot this summer. Just not them, but me, myself, we went through a lot. So just to be able to come back and do it all over again one more time with these guys, man, it was a blessing. I felt like it was probably my best senior day ever, so that's how I feel about it.
Zion, you've already had, like you said, your best senior day ever. You've already had a senior day.
Right.
Did either before the game or during the game, did this one feel different? Did it feel the same?
I talked to a couple guys before the game, man. They was asking me like, bro, do it feel different? Are you gonna cry or whatnot? I was like, no, not really. I've been here before, man. I understand what's going on. I understand how to control my emotions in this situation. So I'm just taking it in. It's bittersweet, but I just gotta take it in one step at a time and just let it go.
Are you saying you can control your emotions because next week you're going to tell us how you're coming back?
Hopefully not. But it was good to do it one more time on.
All right, we need to wrap up. Coach is on his way. One more question.
Quae, for you, obviously you played at Kansas, you played at Yale.
Right.
How does it feel to finish your collegiate year here at Jackson State? What's one memory you'll take?
Today is probably the best memory, like Coach Richard said. I'll probably remember this game for the rest of my life. And just want to say thank you to him and the whole staff, my teammates, like everyone that's been around here for welcoming me in here from ULM. And I know I've not been here that long, but a couple months, but it feels like family, and I'm forever grateful for the opportunity that everyone gave me to come here.